About, it was 1980. Yeah, a long time ago. I came to my first conventions, and I got an idea for a folk song. And I sat down, and I wrote that chorus real fast. It just came boom, boom, boom. And I got the first verse, well, part of the first verse. And from 1982 until 2 months ago, that song sat and went absolutely nowhere. I was stuck. So I brought it to one of our practices, and I pointed at that man standing back there, and I said, Brian, help! And this is the result.
Over a quarter of a century ago, an idea was formed, a dream. That dream was planted and nurtured and grew to be what it is today. But there was a time shortly after its birth that the dream almost died, unfulfilled.
I still remember that day in September when the dream was young and full of promise. I still remember that day in September when Trek was new and spread among us. But here in December, it's hard to remember when the dream was lost and taken from us. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how Star Trek used to make me smile. But I knew if Kirk had his chance, that he could make those Klingons dance, and then we'd all be happy for a while. But NBC just made me shiver with the bad news it delivered. The series had been banished. The future held no promise. I can't remember if I cried when I heard the way the dream had died. But something touched me deep inside the day that Star Trek died. So bye-bye USS Enterprise. No more flying in our starship through the alien skies. When cast and crew had said their final goodbyes, knowing this would be the day the dream died. This would be the day Star Trek died.
The dream took flight late one year, and Enterprise sailed past our fears. And then we knew the dream would grow. Now Kirk and Spock were brave and bold. They faced a lot of mortal foes, but there was one that they just could not stop. It was NBC who stopped the dream without a care, or so it seemed. They brought it all up short. Enterprise could not find port. We felt so lost, like we were all alone. The dream we cherished could not take hold. The dream we loved would not grow old. The day that Star Trek died, when we were singing bye-bye USS Enterprise. No more flying in our starship through the alien skies. When cast and crew had said their final goodbyes, knowing this would be the day the dream died. This would be the day Star Trek died.
The dream we thought was dead and cold had found a place where it could grow, and Star Trek seemed to live again. And the optimism that it brought was witnessed by a whole new lot, and they wanted to see a new show made. A movie series then was born. The dream then prospered and took form. Enterprise now flew far, sent out to reach the stars. Kirk and Spock proved that they were right while facing Klingons and their might, 'cause they remembered what it was like the day that Star Trek died.
When we were singing bye-bye USS Enterprise, no more flying in our starship through the alien skies. When cast and crew had said their final goodbyes, knowing this would be the day the dream died. This would be the day Star Trek died. The dream then spread from shore to shore. The fans, they shouted, "We want more!" A new generation had to know. Across the screen was launched a show. Picard and Riker would boldly go. They felt that they could follow the dream. And now Enterprise travels once more, a much newer model than before. It's a galaxy class, and it can really warp out fast. Well, 7 seasons has been nice, but now we've had to face it twice. I thought one day we'd pay that price, the day that Star Trek died. When we were singing bye-bye USS Enterprise, no more flying in our starship through the alien skies. When cast and crew had said their final goodbyes, knowing this would be the day the dream died. This would be the day Star Trek died.
Trek Next Gen is off the air, and it's moving to theaters where it will fly on evermore. I know that I will get my chance to watch Picard make Ferengis dance, and that the dream will grow on for a while. Now Deep Space Nine will take the lead, and Voyager pass on the dream. It has so spoken. The dream cannot be broken. And to the crew I admire most, as they retire from their post, to these dreamers I raise a toast from the day that Star Trek died. So bye-bye USS Enterprise, no more flying in our starship through the alien skies. When Kirk and Spock had said their final goodbyes, knowing this would be the day the dream died. This would be the day Star Trek died.
Bye-bye USS Enterprise, no more flying in our starship through the alien skies. When Kirk and Spock had said their final goodbyes, knowing this would be the day the dream died. So try to remember that dream from September and follow Frank, we're going to glue your music to the stage.